Hey fellas, it's Monday morning at about 10 after 10, maybe quarter after. A little of 70 degrees. Got a nice John Kerry day going on out there. And we're working back on the header. Pulled out I had some 16 gauge steel. And I'm not real comfortable with the way this one is lining up here. That one lines up better, but it sucks for gaps on the end. So what I'm going to do is going to take the old one back off. We're going to make some extensions, go on the side of the new one, test fit the new one, then if it fits, then we'll do body work on it and paint it and get it. And that's what my plans are for today. So, I already did this side, but we'll see what happens. As always, thanks for watching. When I have more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey fellas, made one, and I'm going to make one more. And trace that one out. This one will go on this end, and that next one will go on this end here. But so that's where we're at today. I got the spot welder out. We'll spot weld them on, and made a mess out of the bench. Damn. And we'll spot weld them on, and then we'll test fit it, and if it fits, then we'll pull it out, smear some mud on the gaps in the joints, and call it a day. So, when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Okay fellas, I spot welded the right side on. Got some sanding to do along the edge. Left side is on. It was the one I did first, but we're going to do one more on the left side. I got two extra I made. This was the model for the right side I first made. Then I redid it and got this one. This one's a little bit better. Fits a little bit more. I like it. So now we're going to sand it down to get it to the same profile as the header piece, or grind it down, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll start on this side and get the next one up here. However this is going to fit, and we'll spot weld that in, and then we'll test fit it. Once we test fit it, then we're going to fill in the gap with some body filler, and hopefully this will do it. We'll find out. If not, I spent an afternoon for nothing, and we'll have to decide, or maybe order one more of these. I don't know, but I definitely don't like the way this is offset from the hood, and that's not the original piece for the car. Again, like I said before, this car was in a front end accident, and the guy who put it back together put a 67 clip on it. So, but I'm giving it my best shot, and we'll see how this works out for me. And as always, thanks for watching. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Alright fellas, we got the left side welded on, and we grind the top down, and next is test fitting and see how it works. This should be damn close to where this thing is just snug tight, but we'll find out here probably inside of probably about 30 minutes once this thing cools down and I can grind it down. That right there is the best $178 I spent on this project. I swear to God, it's saved my life in a whole bunch of different areas on this project. So, but we're getting there. Like I said, I have nothing to lose on this panel in doing this. It's just that see what happens now. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, Left side's done. And right side's done. So, I guess we're going to test fit her, and I'll turn this back on when we do that later. Okay, as you see, we line up. And this gap is a little bit better. I like it. With this little gap right here, I can handle that. It's got the same little gap right there, but other than that, it looks good. Got some work to do more on the hood, but I'm happy. So, new piece is staying in place. So, I'm going to mix up some mud. And tape off the fenders. And let's get spreading. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. A little after 2. Yeah, about 74 in the garage. And we got our first coat of mud on here. Sorry about all this, guys. I forgot to take the tape off. I gotta do it before the stuff sets up all the way. All right. Got the first coat of mud. We'll hit it with 80 grit once we get it done. And we'll clean up the groove, of course. Dremel makes a plastic wheel that'll cut in really nice and cut it back. When I got the car, the kid who had it before me decided, if you look at an earlier video, decided he was going to bondo all this joint in. Didn't realize this is a rain gutter for the coming down off the roof, down through the windshield, then down, and then down through here, and then back out. He bondoed all that up. So, and I used, Dremel makes a plastic cutting wheel, and I used a plastic cutting wheel to get it out. So, I'm happy with it. Actually, this is where it's going to stay. So, let's see. We'll hit it with 80 grit. It's still early. I plan on working out here at least a couple more hours. So we'll definitely hit it with 80 grit. I think I got some rattle can primer. We'll just primer it. I don't have to worry like the guys back east on bare metal out here. And that's about it. When I have more, I'll turn this back on. Later, guys. Alright, fellas, it's a little after, what, 3? And when I was putting this side on, it must have dropped a little bit because this is down just a smudge. So I'll pull it off one more time and push it back up, and then we'll see what we got. And we'll readjust the hood one more time. But again, like I said, this lines up now. The gap is there. So, Nick, Rarat, I hope you're doing better. I started watching your video, and then I had to comment right in the middle of it that that's why I got rid of my Odyssey, was you ride all day Saturday, and then Sunday you get up and you walk around like a pretzel. Dude, I hope you're okay. That looked like a hard hit you took towards the end of your video. I didn't mean to poke fun at you, but I hope you're doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and send you this piece. This is like I said, this is a 67 piece because the whole hood, the front fenders, everything from when this was in the front end collision was all 67. So I'm just go ahead and assume this was 67 because from the damage that was on this thing, I don't think it survived, the original header piece survived. Also, you want this. This is probably going to cost a little to get to you, but I was going to replace the rocker, and I'll go around there and everything else. But if you look at it, it's not really a defined body line as it is on the original one. And that all it is a rocker skin. And let me get down on the floor here, guys. But that's because of this. You can see it's really defined here. But you can see right here that this is where this was caved in, and I pulled it out the best I can. And to be honest with you, rather than changing this whole thing out, I just as soon live with what's going on here. I'll work on it a little bit more, see what I can do, but I am not going to cut this thing up to put that one in there. By no stretch of the imagination. So, again, Nick, if you want that, it's a rocker skin for the right side. If you want that, I'll go ahead and send that to you too. I'll have to figure out a box or something. Or maybe you come drive up here and I'll take you in and out and you can pick it up, or pick up both pieces. Tell me what you want to do. Come to Vegas for a weekend. So tomorrow what I'm going to do, and tomorrow's Veterans Day, and I am a veteran, so I am taking the day off. So actually it is a holiday from work. I'm going to take the header piece off one last time. I am going to elongate these holes so I can bring it up, and then we'll put her back down. I'll finish doing the body work on roughly, you see almost an 1/8 inch what I added on to this piece, so it'd sit there and do it, so it'd sit there and line up. But this side of the hood's got to go back just a smidge, this side's got to come forward just a smidge, and this is off just a little bit, but it'll bring it back on, and then it'll tighten up these gaps up here. So that's what I got going on. Again, Nick, give me a call or send me an email. You got my regular email address, and we can talk about these panels. So I'll be back out here tomorrow. Got to find the flag. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'll be back out here tomorrow. I'm running out of time on getting this front end in primer. So we'll see. Actually, I wanted to get the whole car in 2K. Remember, this is epoxy back here. I wanted to get the whole car in 2K, but I don't think I'm going to have time. And then there's project number 2 before it gets painted, and that has to deal with the brakes, but I'll go over that when we get the car all up in the jack, all up in the air on jack stands and the wheels all off and everything else, and I'll explain everything what I'm proposing to do. But the Willwood brakes, that when I got them from Tucker's Classic Automotive, they screwed the pooch on that one. I wouldn't buy a hubcap for American or a Radio Flyer wagon from those clowns, because they don't even know what they're doing. And when I ordered my kit and everything else, I thought that they did know what they were doing, and they sent me the wrong parts all the way around the board. So I'm in contact with Willwood, and we'll get this straightened out. But that's another video, so we won't go into that right now. You guys have a good evening. There will be a cold beer or 2 drank in this house tonight, because I been fighting with this header panel for the last 2 weekends. And I thought that I had it fixed come Friday and Saturday, and I just didn't, maybe my heart wasn't in it, but I didn't give it the effort that I did today, and it's done for the most part. So I'll load this up. You guys have a good Monday evening. Chevaholic, Matt. It's getting cold up there, dude. You better put the cars up for the winter. Later, guys.